What's up guys? Today I'll be showing you how I'm gonna replicate the craft knife that I use every day completely out of paper. So as you can see, a little bit smaller. We have the same switch, and what you can do is you can pull the blade out like that. Obviously it doesn't have a use, it's just for show, but I just used it as a practice for maybe a future build. It looks really cool, and we have this thing. It's still drying, so I'm not going to touch it right now, but that's pretty much it, and let's get right into the build. Alright, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take printer paper, a ruler, and a regular pencil, and I'm just going to create the template. Once I finish everything, I'll explain to you what everything does and how it works, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I'm done with the template, it's extremely simple as you can see. So we have these two rectangles that will be the caps. I'm going to bring this light closer. So we have these two rectangles that will be the outside caps, and then this part in between. And this is where the blade will slide into. And I haven't drawn it on yet, but there's going to be a small gap which will act as the switch that pushes the blade up and down, which I'll show later. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put this onto my hardened paper and start cutting everything out, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I took the hardened sheet and I put the template on top of it. As you can see, I added the little section that everything is gonna go through. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. And then there are a few more parts that I have to cut out, but I'll explain that later. But for now, I'm gonna cut these parts out and we'll move from there. Alright, so I have 4 main pieces cut out, and let me explain to you what's going on right now. So we have this blank sheet, one with the hole in the middle, the blade, and the center part. So basically, first we're going to have this blank thing, and we're going to put this part on, like that. So we have this shell, and basically the blade is going to slip into this shell, like that, up and down, like that, and notice I have this little block sticking out of the blade, as you can see. And the only reason I have this block is because this top piece that's going to cover everything up is going to have this little slot where, as you can see, from the outside you can use this button to slide up and down the blade, like that. So that's what that's for. The assembly is really easily. First I'm gonna put glue on one side of this. I'll go ahead and do it right now. Okay, so I'm gonna get a good amount of glue on one side of this centerpiece so that everything is secure. Okay, that's a good amount. And this one's a little bit flimsy, but that's okay, because it's going to be trapped inside. I'm just going to glue it exactly into place like that. And there we go. I'm going to wait for that to dry a bit, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, since this is completely dried, is we're going to put the blade into this section and slide it all the way down, just like that. So we know the blade can move up and down, like that. Get a closer look on that. You can move this blade into this section. And now we're just going to cover it up with this section. Make sure you get this center part over, like that. So let me get some glue and put it on the side sections here. Let me take the blade out first so I don't get any glue on the blade. Just slide the blade out of there. There There we go. Alright. So I'm gonna get glue everywhere around so we can stick the final piece on. Alright, that's a good amount of glue. Now we're gonna put the blade back. Oops. Like that. And then we're gonna stick this last part on top like that. But I'm gonna move the blade out a bit before I completely stick it on. There we go. I'm gonna stick it on like that. Make sure everything dries properly. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little butt square that I cut out, this rectangle, and we're gonna put it onto that little piece that was sticking out of the blade with some super glue, like that. Actually, I might want to cut it shorter. But anyways, you get the concept. So basically that's how this blade now can slide out with this little panel like that. And we have this little thing at the bottom that we can also slide with, like that. I'm gonna go fix this button over here and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, I put the button on like that, and it's still drying, so I'm gonna use the blade to open it. So it looks really cool. Opens like that. Probably the most mechanical build I've ever made. As you can see, this has the same concept. That's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll be back next time.